get started in a child's pose just to take a moment of stillness before we go ahead and get moving. So we'll take a wide-legged child's pose today, bringing your big toes to touch, reaching your hands out long on the mat and just dropping your forehead here. Beginning to lengthen on the inhales and the exhales. Deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Let it go. If you'd like setting an intention for your practice today, one more deep breath in and exhale audibly. Let it go. And we'll begin to activate your fingertips, lifting your head off of the mat and walking your hands out to the right hand side. Sitting back into the seat, finding the side body stretch for a breath in and out. And then we'll walk the hands back through center, walking the hands over to the left-hand side, finding the stretch on the right side body this time. Inhaling and exhaling, letting it go. Inhale and exhale, walking the hands back through center. We'll roll the body forward onto all fours, finding our alignment here. So our knees are going to be directly under the hips and our wrists are going to be directly under the shoulders. We'll ground through the fingertips and coming into some cat and cows. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, lift the heart, arch the spine. Linking breath to movement. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, roll up through the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Moving at your own pace here. Finding what your body needs. Inhale. And exhale, walking the hands out slightly further on the mat. We'll begin to find our big circle body rolls to the right hand side, dropping into almost a child's pose and then almost into an upward facing dog. And then switching directions here. Finding a child's pose for one more breath in. Exhale, let it go. Roll the body forward, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Now this might be your first downward facing dog of the day. So if it is, you may want to pedal out the feet. Reaching through the fingertips. Swaying the hips side to side. Seat is high. Gaze is in between the toes or at the belly. And then find some stillness for a breath in and out. Inhale and and exhale. Roll the body forward into a plank position, finding your wrists under your shoulders again. Puffing the shoulders up, lifting the heart, engaging the core, and hold here. Press forward and back with the toes, finding some movement. And then we'll drop into an upward facing dog, keeping our toes tucked here, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the knees, press back, downward facing dog. We'll take this once more. Inhale, roll the body forward, dropping into an upward facing dog. Bend the knees, press back, downward facing dog. One more time. Holding at plank, rolling forward. This time, option to go through your vinyasa. So hugging the elbows in and then coming into upward facing dog or low cobra, and then pressing back into your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees, gaze comes forward, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, gaze is up, slight back bend, opening at the heart, grounding through all four corners of the feet. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, we're gonna sit back, weight in the heels, come into chair pose. Opening at the heart, sinking a little deeper. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen at the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, right foot sweeps high. Exhale, knee to nose. Try and get them to touch. Inhale, right foot sweeps high. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold here. Engage the core. Inhale. Step through with the right foot, dropping the back knee down, coming into low lunge. Your knee is in line with your ankle or slightly past it. Your hips are square. Inhale, reach back. Option for a slight back bend. Reaching up through the torso. Exhale, we're planting the palms, dropping into a half split. So adjust the body here, keeping the hips square. On the inhale, we're gonna lengthen over the front leg. Exhale, we fold forward. Trying to reach your forehead to your toes. Pulling your thighs in together. Flexing the front foot. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Great job, guys. We're gonna bend back through that front knee, lifting the back knee up, bringing the right hand towards the sky into a twisted lunge. Trying to twist through the core, through the center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Staying grounded through the left hand, we're gonna bring the right foot back into a side plank. Lifting the hips high, gazes at the thumb or the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bend through that right knee. As slow as you can, bring it back up to the top of the mat. Dropping the back knee down. Inhale into that low lunge. Slight back bend. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step back, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. This time, left leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, try and get them to touch. Inhale, sweeps back. Exhale, knee to nose, hold here. Engage the core. Inhale and exhale. Step the left foot up to the top of the mat. Drop that back knee down. Again, finding your alignment. Knee over the ankle. Squaring the hips. Reach the fingertips up and back. Low lunge. Reach up through the torso. Maybe a slight back bend here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands frame the front foot. We're finding that half split here, so adjust your body to the version of the split you would like to take. On the inhale, halfway lift over the front leg, reaching the forehead to the toes, flexing the front foot, and then exhale, fold forward. Breathing here. Finding your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Thighs pull together. Inhale. Exhale. Bend through the front knee. Lifting the right knee up. And we're going to twist to the left-hand side this time. Left hand comes to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. From here, ground through that right hand. We're coming back into the side plank here. Option is stack your feet. Hips are high. Gaze is up. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Great job, guys. Inhale. Exhale, lift the left knee up. Slowly bring it to the top of the mat. As slow as you can. Drop that back knee down. Coming back through the low lunge. Reach the fingertips up and back. Plant the palms. Step back. Vinyasa. Hug the elbows in. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Slight bend in the knees, gaze comes forward, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen at the spine. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, fingertips graze the ground. We're going to sit back into that chair pose. Sink a little deeper. Open the heart. And then press through the feet, root to rise, reach back. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to take a releasing breath. Big inhale through the nose. Audible exhale. Let it go. Inhale, arms reach up, gazes up. We're going to grab hold of the left wrist, reach over towards the right hand side, staying grounded through both feet here. Gazes towards the left, finding a nice little side body stretch. Coming back through center, switching wrists, reaching towards the left, gazes towards the right. Opening at the heart. Keeping equal weight in both feet. Come back through center, releasing up. Swan dive forward into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. We're gonna ground through the right foot, lifting the left foot high into your version of a standing split. It's okay if your leg can't get too high. That's totally fine. We're trying to keep our hips square here. And then we're gonna come up through a warrior three. So bringing your hands to prayer at your heart. One long line of energy here. Finding one point of focus. Inhale. Exhale. Well, the right hand out to the right corner of the mat, we're gonna find half moon pose. So we're gonna open at the heart. Left hand can start at the hip. Then we're gonna flex the left leg long. Gazes at the thumb or at the sky. Powering through that back leg. Your glutes are engaged here. Then we're gonna bend through the front knee, stepping back into our warrior two. Finding your alignment. So heel to heel, letting the shoulders relax. Bending through that front knee and pulling the right leg slightly out towards the right hand side. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. Opening at the heart, keeping the front leg bent. Inhale, come through to warrior two. Interlace the fingertips behind the back. Pivot at the torso. We're dropping into a humble warrior here. So you might need to walk your right foot slightly out to the right hand side of the mat and walk that back foot in. Inhale, we lift up, opening the chest. Exhale, we fold forward. Trying to keep our shoulders inside the right knee. Equal weight in both feet. Inhale, staying steady with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come to rise. We pivot on the back foot, so keeping the fingers interlaced here, opening the chest. This high lunge variation. Release the hands up high. Lift through the torso. Inhale. Cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Step back up into a standing split at the front of the mat. Left foot is high. Inhale. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Taking your peace fingers, grabbing hold of your big toes. Lifting at the heart on the inhale, pulling up. Exhale, drop the head, elbows go wide. Pull yourself deeper into the stretch. Noticing any changes in your body. Trying to slow the breath down. Releasing hold of the grip. Grab opposite elbows. Rock side to side. Let it go, sway the hips. Release the hands back down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. This time grounding through all four corners of the left foot. Sweeping the right leg up and back. Again, your version of standing split. Folding forward over the front leg. And then we're slowly gonna come up into a warrior three, bringing hands to heart. One side may be more challenging than the other, that's totally fine. Totally normal. One long line of energy, one point of focus, your drishti. And then we're gonna reach the left hand to the left corner of the mat, opening up into that half moon pose. Open at the heart, right hand comes to right hip, flexing the foot back, gazes up at the thumb or the ceiling. If you're struggling with balance here, you may wanna look down. Just an option. Strong back leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the front knee, step back into that warrior two, dropping the shoulders, finding your alignment here, pressing that front leg out towards the left-hand side, engaging the glutes, equal weight in both feet. Inhale, exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Opening the heart, inhale, keep that bend in the front knee. Exhale, come forward, warrior two. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, we're coming into that humble warrior. So you might wanna walk your left foot out to the left-hand side of the mat, and your back foot in, pivoting at the torso. Inhale, open at the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Trying to keep those shoulders on the inside of the left foot here. Strong through both legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Root to rise. Pivot that back foot forward. Coming into that high lunge variation, keeping the bend in the front knee, squaring the hips, opening at the heart. Breathe. Release the hands up, finding stability. Reaching through the torso, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms to frame the front foot. Step up into that standing split. Right leg is high. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pedal through the feet, swaying the hips side to side. Just getting loose. One more push here. We're gonna sit back into chair pose. Lift the heart. Root to rise. Reach up. Straighten the legs. Arch back. Hands to heart. Inhale, arms lift, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back through your vinyasa. Remember, if you are jumping back, we're landing with bent elbows to protect your joints. Go through your vinyasa, pressing back up into downward facing dog. Seat is high. We're gonna roll the body forward into plank. Hug the elbows in. This time we're doing a vinyasa push-up. So hug the shoulders in and then press up. Back to plank. Inhale one more time. Low push-up. Press up. Plank. This time going through your vinyasa. Inhaling Urdhva Mukha. Exhaling Adho Mukha, downward dog. Dropping the knees back down into that wide-legged child's pose. Dropping the forehead back down to the mat. Slowing the breath down. And then we'll slowly walk our hands back up, making our way onto our backs, however you want to get there. So if you want a little challenge, you slowly roll the body down, engaging the core. Your feet are planted on the ground. Press the hands down into a bridge pose, lifting the hips high. Squeezing the thighs towards each other. Option to interlace the fingertips behind the back. Heart is open. Lift a little higher here. And we'll release the interlace of our fingers, slowly coming back down to the mat. Hugging our knees into our chest. Rocking side to side. Rolling the body in one direction. And then the other direction. We're gonna find a reclined pigeon. So to start, we're gonna cross our left leg in the front of our right thigh, flexing at the toes. Option to grab directly behind the thigh or grab hold of the shin for a deeper stretch. And then just pull your body in, finding that stretch in your outer left glute. Breathing deeper into the stretch. Maybe you worked up a little sweat like I did. Hopefully you did. Couple more breaths here. And then we'll release the grip of the hands, dropping the right foot back down to the mat. And then we're gonna drop the body over to the right hand side, keeping the legs crossed and dropping the knees towards the ground. So we're finding a little spinal twist. I'm gonna twist open to the left hand side, cactusing my left hand out, slightly pulling my left leg down. Gazes towards the left. Grounding both shoulders to the ground. And then bringing my legs back towards center, hugging the knees in. And then same thing, opposite side. So we'll find that reclined pigeon, crossing the right leg over the left this time. Again, whatever variation you did. So if you just want to grab hold behind the thigh, or if you want to grab hold behind the shin, I would recommend doing whatever you did on the other side on this side as well. So we're flexing the right foot. You can press that right leg out, I guess, away from you for even more of a stretch. And we're here for a few breaths. Breathing deeper into the pose. And then we'll release the left leg back down to the mat, dropping our legs towards the left-hand side this time, opening up to the right-hand side, finding our twist, pulling the right leg down towards the left. Shoulders are grounded. And then coming back towards center. Releasing both feet back to the mat and just swaying your legs side to side, swishing that out. We'll find bound angle pose for a breath, opening the hips. Maybe bringing your hand to your heart and then the other hand to the belly. We're going to find our final pose, Shavasana. So option to keep your legs bound or extending them long. Releasing any tension you're holding in the face. Letting your body fall heavy to the ground. And letting your eyes drop in the sockets. Releasing any control of the breath. And we'll begin to deepen the breath. Coming back to the body. Finding some movement in your fingers and toes. And then we'll reach the arms long overhead. Full body stretch. Reaching the toes long. And then however you like, gently making your way back up into a seat, Sukhasana. Bringing your hands to prayer into your third eye. You are love, you are life, you are light. Spread that to everybody you meet. Namaste.